right, so I like to kick my interviews off with a softball. So, Torrin, to you first. What was your first job in the movie and TV industry?
My first job in the movie and TV film industry was I had a recurring small co-star role on the hit Dick Wolf TV show Chicago Med. I played like the Gunther from Friends sort of role. So I was like the barista of the hospital, and I got to serve all the main cast like coffee and stuff like that. Yeah, really exciting.
Andrew, what about you?
I came up in the film festival circuit, so I had written and directed short films, and I really loved kind of getting my introduction to the film and television industry through independent film land. That for me was really like fulfilling, and also like felt kind of like a nice like incubation. I wasn't just like thrown in because I think I would have left if that had happened that way.
All right, so Fire Island, let's talk about that. Andrew, first to you, what about Joel Kim Booster's script made you want to direct the film?
Yeah, I had received the screenplay about a year into the pandemic, and at that point, I hadn't seen my friends in so long. I hadn't gotten to, like go out to a club to dance and drink and be stupid. And so I saw in Joel's script, everything that was missing in my life. I loved how Joel's screenplay focused on a queer Asian American friendship. I loved how it celebrated chosen family and queer joy. Those things felt really important to me, to put on screen. And so I was really excited and honored to get the job.
Torrin, to you, what attracted you to the role of Max?
What attracted me to the role of Max was he's, in certain regards, so much like me, and in other aspects, so different from me. Talking about Max with Andrew, when I first got the role, there was just, he beats to his own drum, and he so fits in with the friend group, but also like doesn't do drugs, doesn't party, tries to hide his sex life. And I think that's so exciting, and it's such a truth in the queer community as well. And yeah, Max was something that I really wanted to like sink my teeth into, and Andrew really allowed me to play, have fun, and really create that character. And then just the movie as a whole, it was like something so special. And I was like, this is a true rom-com featuring queer POC, which I have really never seen before. And so I just was like, if they give me a chance to come and do this movie, I will take any role within this movie. But I'm thankful that I got Max.
I think, Andrew, one of the things that I loved about the script and then also your direction is it's not always easy to blend drama and comedy. And this film does it so elegantly in a beautiful way. How do you approach trying to make both work within a film?
Yeah, I think I saw in Joel's script the kind of range of experiences that queer people have, and I didn't want to shy away from, that dynamic range. Like I wanted the comedy to be fun and, raucous. I wanted the drama to be heartbreaking and vulnerable. And so I really leaned into both. And just prayed to God that it would all come together. But I think for me, the common factor, the thing that allows it to all live together really harmoniously is that these actors are amazing performers. They give such beautiful performances that are super grounded. And that was you know, really about casting. You know, I just had to cast the right people, set the stage, create the environment, and like let them do their thing. I like to have a light hand in my direction. I think the more you manipulate, the the more difficult it gets to create something that just feels organic and natural.
Torrance, to you, how important is it to see films like this that aren't stereotypical of what we're typically seeing with these characters?
Yeah, it's so important. I think representation matters, and I feel a lot of people say that, but a lot of people don't necessarily put action into words. And so I'm very thankful to Andrew and Searchlight, Hulu, Disney for being down to do that, because as much as I love going to watch a superhero movie or, you know, things of that nature, it's also so important to see folks that look like me, that have shared experiences that I've had, and to have a leading cast of queer POC is so powerful. And it's not going to answer all the diversity and inclusion issues that we have in the industry, but hopefully it opens the conversation, opens more doors for more stories like this to be told, because I think everyone wants to see a piece of themselves in the things that they watch.
Andrew, back to you. The cast top to bottom is insane. Everybody plays an integral part in this film that I think elevates it to another level. But Bowen Yang really kind of stands out to me. He's just truly incredible in this film. What about him made you want to cast him? And what was it kind of like seeing him bring that character of Howie to life?
Yeah, I mean, I was really fortunate that Bowen was attached before I was attached, and so I didn't have to cast him. He was there, you know, ready for me, and I'm so happy about that. You know, Bowen is obviously so funny on Saturday Night Live. You know, people love him, and they know him for, you know, his characters on that show. I was really excited to show a different side to Bowen as a performer, you know, a side that people, you know, might not expect from him. He's such a wonderful dramatic actor, and is so, you know, vulnerable, and, you know, gives such a profound performance. Like, I don't think that any other person could play that role. And I just fully believe in, you know, Bowen Yang. He is an actor. He is a star, you know, in the best possible way. And I just want the world for him. You know, I'm so excited for him to continue to get, you know, roles like he does in Fire Island. You know, I want him to be in more leading roles. I think that, you know, that's definitely in his future.
Soren, back to you. Andrew had mentioned having that kind of light hand with the direction, and the crew, to me, you guys look like you're having a blast, but also bringing the script to life. Yeah. What was it kind of like on the set?
It was unbelievable. And Andrew is, he was the full-on captain of our ship. And I can't say this enough, how safe we felt with Andrew's direction, with him leading the charge on this film. He allowed us to play. We got to improvise on set. He really allowed us to breathe life into our characters, which is not always the case. There are certain directors who know what they want and that's all that they want. And Andrew was like, he knew what he wanted, which was great. And he also allowed us to build on top of, you know, what he thought of this world. And yeah, it just was really the best set I've ever been on. Everybody, cast, crew, producers, really, it felt like a truly just a big old family, and everyone worked so hard. There was no a-holes that we worked with. Everyone truly just like, and we had some long days and some crazy weather and some difficult shooting times, but everyone really stayed positive. And then obviously COVID is still a thing too. So there's a lot of like mask on, mask off type of stuff as well. And yet no one let that dampen their mood. And it was just really such a joyous experience.
Andrew, back to you. There's a lot of vulnerability within this film from a lot of different characters. How do you build that trust with your actors to kind of get that on the screen?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is about establishing, a relationship. I saw Torian's tape and immediately was like, I want to meet Torian. I want to meet him. I want to talk to him. And so we Zoomed, and then when I got to meet Torian in person at our table read, we brought the cast together and we, told stories about, our favorite gay vacations, It was just a way to get to know each other. I really love communicating. Like, I think that's a big part of the collaborative process. And I think it's just about being really, honest and enjoying the process. I think if you start to play games, if you start to, doubt the creative process, you really start to deteriorate a sense of just like inspiration. I wanted all the actors to feel inspired to work. And so, I just, wanted to have as much fun as possible. Joel, talks about how, like, when he was writing this film, like, part of why he wanted to make it was so that he could just go on vacation with his friends to Fire Island, And so I took that as kind of a North Star for me, that like this was something I wanted to create in the experience.